Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Tyrone. I'm a spokesmodel for the HIV Stop For Me campaign. And today I'm doing the question of the month. The question of the month is, as someone living with HIV, how am I navigating life in a post-COVID world and with the emergence of monkeypox? I think that's a great question. For me, honestly, I'm scared as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we just about the COVID, take this vaccine, take this vaccine, take this booster. I've done that. I'm sure a lot of us have done that. And it's like now here we are with monkeypox. And what's bothering me is because it's like it said the way the news is reporting it, it's like gay men and men that have sex with men should be on the lookout for monkeypox. They are spreading amongst gay men and men like, and when you listen to the details, other than what the news media is telling us, you have a better understanding, or maybe not even a better understanding, but you want to question like, well, why are they just targeting this demographic, which is my demographic? You know what I'm saying? When at first it's not only a sexually transmitted disease, it can be transmitted from towels. If you try on clothes, first let me just say that monkeypox stays on substances for up to 4 weeks, and we don't know. The CDC, the National Institute of Health, don't know enough about monkeypox to say that it's safe. You know what I'm saying? What we do know is that it stays on surfaces for up to 4 weeks. Not saying it's 4 weeks, but a person with lesions or open sores, if they touch something or come in contact with something, whether it's clothing, towels, or for what we know, any instances where you may come in contact with something, like you touching a pole on the subway or anything. As far as we know right now, it stays on surfaces for up to 4 weeks. So I'm scared as hell. Like I did take my first monkeypox booster a couple of weeks ago, and I have my second August 22nd. You know what I'm saying? So at that point I'll feel a little safer. But if anyone's been following me and you heard my story from the beginning, it's like the way I was diagnosed with AIDS, I was in a coma, I couldn't walk again. So this just kicked up a lot of shit for me. Just for me, I can only speak about myself. This kicks up a lot of shit for me, and it put me in a different place. I won't say a bad place. I won't say a good place. It put me in a different place where for a while um I won't lie. For a while it was like when the media was like, oh, gay people, men that have sex with men, it made me want to isolate because those are my demographics. These are my people. We associate, we hang around with each other every day if I go out, you know what I'm saying? So these are my people. But when I heard what the news was saying, it sort of made me want to take a step back and isolate myself, you know what I'm saying? Just to protect myself. And as I continue to listen to the news and hear how my population, my demographic, we would be isolated. Like we're the only ones that could cause the spread of monkeypox. And then as I learned more about monkeypox, you know what I'm saying, I found that it doesn't have to be sexually transmitted. It can be transmitted through prolonged breathing next to someone because it can be passed through the air. If someone that's I don't like to say infected. So if someone that has monkeypox and they have open lesions or pus coming out, it can be transmitted. I'm not gonna say much about the transmission because I'm not a doctor. I can only say what I know for facts working for a public health agency and listening to the CDC and NIH, which by far I'm not gonna say they're the greatest sources because as we know they're the ones who categorize it as gay men or men that have sex with disease. And to even take it a step further, I like to watch CNN. I watch CNN, and there was somebody from Congress on there saying the reason we're targeting the gay population, excuse me, not the gay population, men that have sex with men, and yeah, pretty much the gay population of gay men. The reason that they're targeting this population for the vaccine is because during the AIDS epidemic, um, most men that were having sex with men were going back home to their African American girlfriends or wives and passing HIV on to them. So the next people that they're going to get in line to get this vaccine are black women, because again, we're stigmatized not only as gay men, but as black men that like to have sex with men, and we're taking this back to our black sisters. And this was one of the causes of the rise of HIV in the black population. So I guess nobody else was passing HIV or getting HIV. Only us black men are taking it back to our black queens passing on. You know what I'm saying? Right, wrong, and different. That's what it is right now. But knowing the facts, and even with my own distresses, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to look at myself. Like, I had to think about how I felt when I was first diagnosed, and all the feelings and emotions I went through, and the things I do to fight against stigma, and then realize to myself, well, aren't I stigmatizing a whole people that may have monkeypox or may have come into contact with monkeypox, knowing that it's not a sexually transmitted um disease, so or infection, excuse me. So like that's the challenge I'm going through right now. Like I don't even have an answer right now. Right now, it's for me, it's about protecting myself, and I'll do that by any means necessary. As far as right now, I'm isolating, keeping my contact with many people, very few. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's family, pretty much. If you're not family, like I'm really not associated with anyone. And that goes back to what we learned from COVID. So I can't even say that's just because of monkeypox, but that's just because of what we learned from COVID. And we know that COVID is still around, and now we have monkeypox. And if we want to take it a step further, in New York State, they're talking about polio. That's not the topic right now. So it's just keep in mind that COVID, monkeypox, polio. So it's always going to be something. So we want to make sure we keep ourselves safe. One thing I've learned by living with HIV, I'm undetectable now, but one thing that I've learned about living with HIV is how to keep myself safe. If I'm keeping myself safe and I'm being undetectable, I'm keeping others safe. I took my first vaccine for the monkeypox 3 weeks ago. My second, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, because my second vaccine was August 22nd. And then 14 days after that, I'll be successfully vaccinated against monkeypox. So again, I'm keeping myself safe in order to keep others safe. So I have to always keep that in the forefront of my mind. Although in the forefront of my mind, it's mostly about keeping myself safe so that I can continue to do the work that I do and keep all of us safe. So by far, am I nowhere perfect, and like I do have, you know what I'm saying, a lot of questions and maybe judgments against people, because none of us are perfect. We all have judgments, you know what I'm saying? And all I can say is I'm a work in progress. I only know what I know, and that is how to keep myself safe in order to keep others safe. And I hope you all can practice the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because first and foremost, if we keep ourselves safe, we know that other people will be safe, whether it's um, just regular contact, intimate contact, or whatever. We want to keep our friends, family, and partners safe. So we have to do what we have to do to keep ourselves safe. So as far as this monkeypox, it's like for us that's living with HIV, we already know how to keep ourselves safe, keep others safe. That's why we reach this state of undetectable. And for those that aren't living with HIV and are worried about monkeypox, maybe talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like talk to somebody that's living with HIV and ask them like, well, what did you do? How did you get to this state of undetectable? Because it all ties in together. Keeping myself safe or keeping their self safe to keep others safe. And if we all follow that, I think we can end monkeypox and end up a lot of stuff that's we don't know what may be coming down the road. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is keeping ourselves safe, doing what we have to do, whether it's taking a vaccine or quarantining, isolating, but keeping ourselves safe. So first and foremost, we keep ourselves and our families safe so that we can keep our partners, friends, co-workers, and the general public safe. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that go take a monkeypox because I've talked to my friends about that and they'd be like, well, I'm not going outside, and I didn't know it was a sexually transmitted disease and it has nothing to do with sex. Um, you can stay inside, you know what I'm saying? But if you're staying inside and you have company coming over and you're sharing towels or anything, it's like at this point, like if you're not doing a full body inspection, like turn around, ass up, spread the cheek, you know what I'm saying, all of that, then be safe, protect yourself. Um, I know it's not a lot of testing going on for monkeypox. They're trying to get it more available in New York City, New York State area. But until then, try to get the vaccine. And I know that's difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get a vaccine, but just check New York City Health Department, Department of Health, or New York State Department of Health. Um, Contact one of the spokesmodels if you need to, or if you deal with a local agency, contact them, and we can help direct you depending on what borough or part of New York State or New York City you live in. We can direct you to try to get an appointment for the monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? And like always, for me, it's like always be safe, and even more so now, it's like be safe and be vigilant. You know what I'm saying? Know what's going on, know your surroundings, know who you're dealing with, know who you're sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like um, we all just trying to live. You know what I'm saying? And sex is a part of life. If you're single, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, the main thing is be safe. Do what you got to do to protect yourself. Because as long as you're protecting yourself, you're protecting others. And that's what I have to say right now. Like, it's a crazy time we're living in, and again, we just have to be vigilant and educate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm gonna say be safe, be careful, and see you next month. All right, I'm out.